Good afternoon, garden friends. Today I am going to be working in zone 5. As I stated, this is the only way that I can stay on top of my garden, and the realization that if I want it to stay nice and orderly, this is how I got to do it. Now, zone 5 is the smaller garden, so it shouldn't take me too long to go ahead and get this tidied up. I'm planting some additional flowers in here. And the other thing that I'm going to be doing is I have Russian sage. And this is a full sun area pretty much until about 6 o'clock, in the evening. And it's not doing well. I think the first year I didn't cut it back like I was supposed to. So that might be part of the problem. But I'm gonna move it from here and put it in my meadow garden. That tends to get a little more sun than this area does because of how the sun sets. So let me turn my camera around, show you what I'm gonna be doing. Because like I said, I am this season focusing on planting things that I have continual blooms. And as you can see, my daffodils look amazing. So let's turn our camera around and I'll show you what I have in here and then the things that I'm going to be placing in here. Okay, so along the edge, I have my larapi growing, and I did cut that back. And as you can see, I got new growth coming up in here, and then I got daffodils all throughout the garden. Right there is my gaura. I don't know if it is bouncing back. Oh yeah, there's new growth on that. That burgundy color is there. I have my Muhly grass over here, and then these are my, what are these? And this is one of the ones that I did. These are my banana cream 2 daisies. And I have those guys lined up. This here is my Salvia Greggii that I have just fallen in love with. It is a evergreen. So I think this one has purple flowers on it because I did get one with pink. More of my Shasta daisies. And then these are my Bachelor buttons. That's another Salvia. Now these are my Russian sage. Look at that, it's just too woody for me. And I think I'm gonna cut it down really, really hard and plant it over in my meadow garden because the soil is good. It said it like acidity soil over here. So I'm just thinking I need to move it. And then here, I think it's popping up. Oh, yep, is peonies. This guy is white, and it is called, oh no, this is the pink one. Wrinkle pink. I'm making new tags so they are legible. And then look at my casadas daffodils that I got from Color Blend. And then these are my ornamental onions that are doing well. And I pretty much mimicked everything on the other side. And then guys, these are my crabapple profusion. Look at this. This is what it looks like when it first buds, but then this is what it looks like when they all open. And as you can see, this tree is covered with buds. So I'm so excited about that. But let me show you the items that I'm going to be placing in here. Okay, so to replace my Russian sage, I'm actually planting the Salvia Arctic Blaze Fuchsia. You see that color? Isn't that gorgeous? And these guys are evergreen, and I think they'll end up looking really pretty. and they get about 18, or did this, yeah, 18 inches tall. And I think that'll look really nicely where I'm going to be placing it. And then I got some pretty popper double bubble dianthus. And I tend to have success with these guys to where I'll get another flush. And as you can see, there's tons of buds on here. So those are going to be nice to work within the garden. Now, because I didn't schedule my delivery for my biotone, I'm going to be actually putting bone meal in the holes with the plants. So I got my little spade because what I want to do is first go and get the Russian sage dug up, and I have the location up the hill for where I'm gonna put them after I go ahead and get everything planted. And then I will end up feeding everybody, just throwing some rose tone or even the bone meal. I mean, it still provides the nutrition for the plants. And then I'm going to feed my climbing roses here in the arbor with some fish emollient fertilizer. So let's get started. All right, so I want to get anything dead cleaned off with all the plants first before I start planting the salvias and then the dianthus. Get that cleaned up first. And I was going to use my kneeler, but because it's so tight back here with the plants, I'm just going to get in here, snip this stuff off. Removing anything that's dead. Now, while deadheading can be tedious, it just adds to the health of your plants to keep them nice and bigger. Well, that's all on this side. Let me go ahead and get the Russian sage dug up. Okay, so this one here is actually getting positioned here because the Russian sage is over here and there's something growing here. And I don't know what it is, but I'm just gonna dig up the Russian sage and leave that there to where I can see what this plant over here eventually is, and I'll show you it. I see that down there. I don't know what it is. It looks like a plant, but I don't know what it is. So I'm gonna just go ahead and get that Russian sage out of there and then just leave that there. And let's see what pops up, because it had to get planted by me. All right, guys, look how nice that looks. And of course, I thought my phone was on. Was recording and it wasn't, but I still have this side to do. So I will get back on and make sure I see the red box with the timer on it. All right, guys, it's a new day. Life just messes with my routine. Need to finish this side of zone 5. And I just want to let you guys know, when I speak of zones, it's not my zone for gardening. It's how I have my garden broken up into zones so that when I work at, I have it broken up that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this side finished with getting the denim and lace out of here, putting in my salvia, and then also some of my dianthus in here. Get everything fed, and I'll be done with zone 5. So the one thing too, as I stated over on that side of the garden, I had used bone meal. I did get my biotone, so I'm going to use that over here. And I just want to see too how well the two do against each other, a compare and contrast. So let me go ahead and get things set up. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna do the same thing in my denim and lace. I'm gonna get pulled out of there and put my salvia in the spots, the 3 spots where the denim and lace is. Gonna put my dianthus over there. And then one of the things that I'm going to do, these here, what a week a difference makes. My casadas are done blooming, so all I'm gonna do is snip off the dead flower heads. But what I'm thinking of doing, I have been from seeds, some Frina, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 4 in here to line up the pathway, so that it'll camouflage the daffodils that are, as they start to die back. So and then my peonies right there, that's a ruffle white. I think that I got a white and a pink one. My Bachelor buttons, and then that's another salvia. And then this is the thing, I ended up planting my daffodils for them to bloom at different times. And you can see I'm getting ready to get a new flush of all of these guys. So this is helping me create that continuous blooms in my garden. I'm gonna go ahead and get these guys planted first and then dig up the denim and lace and go from there. I'm gonna use my shovel. That first one seemed like the roots were a little bit deeper. And I wanna make sure that I get them all, so. Now I am going to go ahead and water these for the denim and waste. I'm gonna put them in some soil in the pots because I think I'm gonna put them up by the romantic courtyard. All right, that was quick and easy for me to get done. I want to go ahead and get it watered and then mulch the beds. All right, guys, zone 5 is done and it looks beautiful. So let me just turn the camera around so you can see the complete garden. Oh, this is gonna be filled with color, continuous, which I'm so going to love. As I stated, this bed here pretty much mimics each other, having the same plants in them. And then guys, look at my crabapple profusion. How those buds are starting to blossom. And then my climbing rose that I planted in the arbor is doing really well. And then the one other thing that we did was we extended the pathway since we had put the arbor here. But yeah, the garden is looking really good. And I cannot wait until everything starts blooming. And then this is it from the other angle. All right, thank you again for visiting Inspiring Garden Corner. And if you guys don't mind, tell me how you think I did. While everything is not blooming, I am like so excited to see how my overall garden is going to look with me planting things so that I have continuous blooms throughout the season. Well, if you enjoy my content, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. Look forward to you checking out my next video.